Hi folks, today I want to share my thoughts about a topic really important for me is how to future proof my career. This video is a follow-up to the previous one where I explained why I think the golden age of software engineering is over and we are in a tough job market. So how to keep up and stay relevant in this context. I know that the job market is tough because I used to get cold emails from recruiters on a weekly basis or even daily basis before the pandemic. And nowadays, it's really, really rare. And also, my friends who are looking actively for new opportunities because they need a new challenge, they report that the job market is dead. And recently, I stumbled upon a LinkedIn post from the CEO of Talent.io, which is a recruitment platform dedicated to tech profile, where he says the slowdown in innovation results in a drop of 50 to 70% of the tech recruitment market. In other words, we lost half of opportunities that we had a few years before. It's huge and insane. So, in this context, how to stay relevant and stand out from the crowd? I gave it some thought and came up with a plan in 3 steps. So, let's get to it. First, I had to define which path I want to follow. As a front-end engineer, as a senior front-end engineer, I have two options. Either I choose the management path to become a team lead and then an engineering manager, or the technical path, what we call the individual contributor IC, to become a staff engineer and then a principal engineer. To be honest, I already had the opportunity to be a team lead in different companies, and it never felt a pleasant experience. First, I was bad at it, and more importantly, I didn't enjoy at all management tasks like performance reviews, one-to-one recruitments. So, after some introspection, I concluded that the right path for me would be the IC one. And based on this choice, I identified 3 steps that I need to take to grow and make my career future proof. The first one is double down on JavaScript and React. So let me explain why. Well, first I need to build on top of my assets, and my unique asset is my experience as a front-end engineer. I spent several years working with JavaScript and React, and I think developing an expertise on these technologies will be really valuable in the upcoming years. Even if we have the feeling that a lot of tools are trying to disrupt this market to build UIs even faster with AI and stuff like this, the reality is all the applications that have been built using React, JavaScript these years or a few years before will never be rebuilt just for sake to use the latest technology. Rebuilding an application from scratch is very expensive. Imagine a code base that it started in 2018 and have 30 engineers contribution to it on a daily basis till today. It will be almost impossible to start from scratch. If there is no economic incentive, this will not happen. So, I'm pretty sure for the upcoming years, we will still have a lot of projects using JavaScript and React. Let me show you a graph. We have the feeling today that everything is built using React, but the reality is jQuery is still the first library, the most used library in JavaScript projects. Companies are very slow to adapt. And don't forget, technology like COBOL from the 60s that is obsolete is still in use in many banks, and they still look for programmers who master it. So, betting on JavaScript and React, I think it's a safe move for the future. The second step would be become a T-shaped product engineer. A T-shaped engineer is someone who has a broad range of knowledge across multiple areas and a deep expertise in one topic. In my case, it would be developing an expertise on JavaScript and React and expand my knowledge to other areas. But the question is, what are those areas that I need to expand my knowledge to? I should be careful to not become the jack of all trades, master of none. For example, a bad investment for me would be trying to learn multiple frameworks and multiple languages. Don't get me wrong. It's always interesting to learn other technologies, other paradigms, but career-wise, that would not be really valuable. I'm pretty sure there is no company that will hire me because I know Angular, Svelte, React, and Vue at the same time. So to pick the other areas, I need first to define what is my goal. In my case, it's building web products. And the skills that are involved in building web products are the following: UX, UI, front end, back end, and CI/CD. Those are the different areas and skill sets that are involved to build a software product and deliver it to customers. So it would be interesting for me to expand my knowledge to UX, UI using tools like Figma. Also to the backend using a server language. I would stick to JavaScript to optimize my learning curve and pick a database like Postgres because it seems to be the standard today. And also have some decent knowledge about CI/CD and how to set up everything from scratch. That's the technical side of it. But being a product engineer involves other skills. I don't like the term soft skills. I prefer another term, non-technical skills. First, learning how to identify E+ problems that have a high impact. In any startup, there is a zillion of things to do. We can easily fall into the trap of being busy without delivering high value. So, identifying A+ problems that deliver the highest value to customers, I think it's a real skill. I need to work on it. Good problem solving skills? For sure, after identifying the problem, we need to solve them. Being result oriented and not focusing on tasks or efforts. And also having good communication skills and technical leadership. And this YouTube channel is part of my effort to improve my communication skills that you can see is very bad. So, yeah, and the last step for me would be is working on building multiple revenue streams. Today, my only source of income is my paycheck, but I think I should build other revenue streams. We are in an era where everything can change overnight. I experienced this within my current employer. Even if we had millions in revenue and we had enough runway for many years, and the management kept saying that everything is good and we are doing well, one day out of the blue, they announced that they have to lay off 10% of the employees. Why? Because the economic context has changed and they had to adapt the company's strategy, which led to killing a lot of projects. All the projects that they identified not worth investing in or not relevant anymore were killed and people who were working on them, well, get laid off. As simple as that. This can happen anytime to anyone. So I need to have other source of revenues, and the main one that are obvious are freelancing, doing the same thing I'm doing for my day job, but for other clients, teaching, either by organizing workshops or building an online course, or the trendy one, the fanciest one I would say, is building a micro-SaaS, one feature that deliver high value to some customers and they are willing to pay for it. And I hope this will be enough to future-proof my career. So that's pretty much it for me. If you have other ideas, I would love to learn about them. Feel free to share them. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.